Austinites will soon get a say on whether to raise the city's property tax rate. If voters approve Proposition Q, city leaders say it would bring in about $110 million this fiscal year. Money they say is needed to keep funding essential city services. KVUE's Jessica Cha is at an early voting polling location in North Austin with how this proposal could affect you. Jessica?
Yeah, Quita, if Prop Q is approved, the average Austin homeowner would pay an additional $300 per year. And that's a price that some people say would affect their livelihood, while others say that it could save important public programs. Take a look. In the city of Austin, there are two sides to every story.
It's harming small businesses, and our leaders need to consider that.
These are really important programs for people that don't have a lot of resources. And so if we're going to take care of each other, I think it's important to keep them funded.
And there's a split over Proposition Q, Austin's proposed tax rate increase. It would raise the property tax rate by 5 cents per $100 in value. And if approved, city leaders say it'll generate $110 million for this fiscal year. For Brandon Hodge, it would create more stress to small business owners.
And it has some noble goals. I just feel that maybe our tax dollars need to be doing that stuff already.
Hodge owns Big Top Candy Shop on South Congress, where he says rent used to be reasonable.
For the Hammond bar, that is $4.51.
But it's increased tenfold since the early 2000s, on top of everything else.
The price of sugar keeps increasing. The price of carbonated water, the price of everything keeps increasing. And so when does that stop?
Hodge says a tax increase would force him to raise prices and affect his staff.
They could cut into employee bonuses. It doesn't sound like a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but that stuff's cumulative.
But without Prop Q, people like Bryden Summers says people may lose more than that.
The federal funding cuts that we've seen since January have pulled a lot of money away that was dedicated towards these programs that the city ran. And so now we've got to fill the gap.
City leaders say the increase would fund things like public safety and homelessness resources. And Summers, the president of the American Federation of the State and County Municipal Employees Union, says without it, vital services are at risk.
That's going to affect other programs in the city, like parks and libraries in particular. I think the city will seriously start looking at layoffs over the next several years.
There are two sides to every story, and both think they're doing what's right for Austin. Now, this tax increase is permanent. It is not just a one-time thing. Early voting starts on Monday, and Election Day is on November 4th. Live in North Austin, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.